Hello, welcome back to another video, and if you're new, welcome. So today I just want to do kind of a pretty, somewhat elegant set of butterfly nails. I feel like this is something that would go with anything that you wear. I know some people are like, that's not a color I wear because I don't have colors in my wardrobe, and to be honest, I don't know that it really matters what color you do your nails. This light is driving me nuts. And what you wear and whatnot. But anyways, I always just go based off colors that I like. So that's just me. The items or products that I'm going to be using, they are purchased by me, nobody else. I'm not sponsored or anything. So everything that you see here, I have purchased. So it's going to be an acrylic set, and then a little bit of artwork to make the butterflies. And I'm hoping it turns out. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. Alrighty, so I'll be using my practice hand today. This is from Red Iguana. The name on the website, I believe, is Lisa. So I named her Jessica. But anyways, this is my practice hand, and these are amazing. I've had this for over 3 years now, and she is still in really good shape. The tips are full coverage tips. I've trimmed them just a little bit. They're not prepped or anything. They're not going on anybody. Jessica's the only one that's going to have these on. So with that being said, I'm going to be using, this is Tammy Taylor's Dazzle Rocks. This is, look at that acrylic. Oh my gosh, okay? This is absolutely gorgeous. Any time of year. Okay, and then I have some chunky glitter. This is Moonbeam, and this is from McCart. And this came in one of my subscription boxes. So we're going to use a little bit of that. And then I've got some chrome powder that I want to use, because I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 glittery nails, and then I'll just do 2 clear, and then I'm going to put this on top. Just, oh, so pretty. So anyways, like I said, I just want it to look somewhat elegant. The butterfly is going to be done with, this is Nail Couture's 002. This is the black nail polish that I'm right now, this is my favorite. And then I use 001. This is also Nail Couture's. This is white. These are amazing polishes. And yeah, I don't have any complaints. Along with that is Crystal Clear, Nail Couture's acrylic. And then in the jar I have what is, let's see here, I'll grab the bottle. It's Young Nails Liquid Monomer. And I use this in the summertime because it doesn't set up super fast. And then in the wintertime, I use Nail Couture's monomer. And because in the winter, as you know, it's a little colder and things take a little longer to set up. So it's just one of those swap out things. So without further ado, again, I guess, I'm going to get started. And yeah, so let's get going. All right, so I always get my brush damp with the monomer. And then what I do is I always go in with a thin layer of clear acrylic. Whenever I'm putting like a color, that's a big bead. Whenever I'm doing a color or a glitter on the nails, I just want a thin layer, because when I go to do the fill, I don't want to have to take it all the way down because of the color or the glitter. So it's just nice to have a little bit of a barrier, so to speak. And this is a Kira Sky brush. I swear by these brushes. This one is it's a number 20, and it is my favorite brush. So the Tammy Taylor color has, I didn't show you the name of that. I'm so sorry. It has glitter and acrylic in it already, so it is good to go. And then there's the loose glitter. And I'll show you how I apply that. And when I use Jessica, I usually only do the 4 fingers because sometimes the thumb is just kind of a pain. And I know that sounds awful. It's a lot easier on a person to get that thumb done. Okay, so there is the first thin layer of colored acrylic. Okay, so the name of this is going to be on the bottom, and hold on. All right, it is called White Twinkling Stars. So, and as far as I know, they still have it. I do know, though, on her website, you've got to be a licensed professional to order her products. I believe Young Nails and E-Nail Couture, you do not have to have a license, if I remember right. Okay. Actually, I might, no, hold on. I change my mind all the time. I apologize. If you're new, yeah, I have issues there. If you've been with me for a while, thank you, and you know I can never make up my mind when it comes to certain things. Okay, I'm just making sure that these sides are completely covered. Okay, and then this one I am going to put a little clear on, put it in the glitter. And then the ones that have the glitter on them are going to get encapsulated with more clear acrylic. Because when you go to file, you don't want to file off all the beautiness that you just put on. That, and it'll give you added strength on that nail as well. I find with a larger brush you can cover a lot more quicker. And if you're just, like, if you're just starting out, or if you're going through nail school, hopefully, I learned, unfortunately, I wasn't trained on Tammy Taylor. We were trained on a couple other brands, which were fine, but I think when it comes to training on, training for nails and whatnot, I think Tammy Taylor she's got some of the best instructional videos, and she's got all sorts of stuff that can help new beginners. And again, I am not sponsored by any of these companies. These are just brands that I like. Okay, so I'm trying not to lose that shape. Now with these ones, okay, so we're just going to go back in and we're going to put a little more clear on there, because they're just going to have the chrome. So we'll just do some clear acrylic. So when I went to school, we were told or taught that you don't want to put the product on the cuticle. I know people go clear up to it, and I mean, that's fine. Everybody has their own way of doing it, but we were told 1/16 of an inch away from the cuticle to help prevent lifting or whatever it is that you've got going on, like gel polish or acrylic. And I don't know if that's how they train people anymore. I know a lot of stuff has changed. I went to school in 2005 and graduated in 2006, so yeah, it's been a little while. So again, just kind of wanting to give that tip a little bit of strength. And right up here and down this way, there you're supposed to have an apex. If you just put on a thin layer of acrylic and call it good, it's not gonna, it won't work. They'll break real easy, and yeah, that's not fun. All right, so now I'm just gonna encapsulate these glitter nails. And I do tend to work a little wet. Some people use dryer balls. I call them balls. When they work. I think everybody just has a preference. You just find what works for you. Unfortunately, there are people out there that are going to tell you you can't do it this way, you got to do it that way. And like I said, you just decide what works for you. Can't tell you how many nail techs I have run into that are like, if you don't do it this way, it's not right. And it's, I don't know, it's frustrating. Okay, I'll stop complaining. Okay. So the two that have the glitter are going to have the butterfly design. Okay. And I have a terrible habit of, I know that you put the product on and then you file. I always try to be, this is where I have an issue. I always try to do it somewhat neatly so that I don't have a ton of filing to do, even though, you know, filing really doesn't take all that long. So, all right, these are on there. So I am just going to put this away, and then I will break out a file to get that done. All right, so these, oh, they're not quite set up yet. Yeah. Okay, so you can hear that it's not a real, you want to hear it like a, when you hit it with something, it's just a hard surface. So I'm going to let these set up for a second. It's warm down here. I thought they would be, but I'm going to give them a minute. Okay, so that's what you want to hear. So these are all set up now. So I'm going to go ahead and file, and this is going to be awkward because, again, it's not a real hand. On a real hand, it's a whole lot easier. So I just want to crisp up everything. Okay, we're going to keep them square. And these are this file here, I get this off of Shein, and I think they come in a pack of 10, but they're inexpensive, they're easy to use. Okay, now I'm just kind of scuffing up the top. Just want to smooth everything out. And that's kind of a buffing side on this one. And this is how I do it, and I understand other people do different things. And I'm sorry to keep saying that, but I can't tell you how, yeah. Okay, again, okay, I'm going to be quiet, anyways, Shein, great files. Okay. And this is just awkward. So I just want to crisp them up. Okay, and then like on top, I mean, it just smooths them out and everything. If there's a rough, any kind of roughness to it or anything, you're going to smooth it right out. And you can feel it as you go along. Okay. I will wipe these off. So I always do the sides and the free edge and on top. So when I use gel polish on top of acrylics, I don't use a base coat or anything. I just do what I'm doing here, scuff them up a little bit, and then I will go back and put the gel polish on, and it works great. But of course, if you're doing natural nails, you're gonna need a base coat. So when you have your, I know this is a butterfly design, but I was going to say when you have a new file, which is every time I have a new client, because we are not allowed to reuse any kind of file, can't sanitize it, disinfect it, and reuse it. So anyways, if you have like an orange wood stick, okay, I don't have one out right now. Anyways, let's just say this is an orange wood stick. You would just take the sides and go down like such, okay? And that gets rid of the sharp edges. Or you can also use your e-file if you have like a sanding band on here, and you can just scuff it up a little bit. Just put it on a really low setting, and it just takes the edge off of these so they're not so sharp. Just a little tidbit. Things you learn along the way. All right, so I'm going to call that good. And then I'm going to come in, and this is just rubbing alcohol. Okay, so I just want to clean these off a little bit. I just want to get rid of the dust. Okay. Poor Jessica, I've got her fingers all bent in wonky ways. Okay. So that is done. So now what I'm going to do is I have a little palette. I'm just going to put my polish on there. We're going to do the butterfly designs. I know sometimes it's easier if you use a shorter brush, but in other instances, you'd be surprised how easy it is to use something that's just a little bit longer. So again, I don't have a base coat or anything. I'm not putting a top coat on this just yet. I'm going to need more polish. Okay, we're going to add a little more. And then I want to do just a couple of little white dots. And for that, I'm just going to use just a dotting tool. But before then, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cure this in the lamp. And that's going to get cured for 60 seconds. Okay, so that's cured. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to use, like I said, just this little dotting tool. Okay, so I'm going to do the butterfly on the other finger just a little different. I don't want it to be exact. That, and I'm not sure if I'm real happy with that wing. So I'm going to cure that for 60 seconds. Okay, so that one's cured. Now I'm going to do this one. Just to save a little bit of time. Up here at the tip, alrighty, so I'm going to go ahead And I'm going to cure this one. Okay, and then we're just going to add our little spots. And then I'm going to cure that for another 60 seconds. Okay, so these two are finished, and these two are going to get chromed. And I'm going to show you a neat little trick that I have learned. Okay, these are still dusty. So I'm just going to wipe those off again. It's crazy. Dust irritates me like nobody's business, and yet here I am. This is what I do for a living, and I enjoy it. I love it. I love it. So I don't let the dust get to me to where I'm like, I can't deal with it. Okay, so I'm just trying to get her fingers in a way that you can see. So those are clean. So here's the little trick that I have learned with chrome. You can put chrome on top of a gel polish that just cured, because there's usually still like a tacky layer on the nails from the gel polish, but it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't give you the shine, like it just doesn't pop. I mean, you can still do it, it's not a big deal, but so I'm going to show you what I do. So I'm going to put just a thin layer of no wipe top coat. Okay, this is Nail Couture's no wipe shiny top coat. It's my favorite top coat. So what I'm gonna do is cure it for about, I don't know, 15-16 seconds. I'm not gonna cure it all the way. Again, that's how I do it. And everybody has a preference, and it just, you know, your lamp is different. So I'm gonna top coat these two, and they're gonna get just a few seconds in the lamp, but when they go back in, then they'll get the full cure. But anyways, your lamp and your products, you know, you just got to tinker with them, so to speak. And just, yeah, figure out what works for you. Because I can't tell you the exact time in every product, and it's all going to work the same, because it doesn't. Okay, so like I said, these are not, this isn't going to be a full cure. So I'm just putting it in for 15 seconds because I want to have, oh, there's this fuzzy in that. I want to be able to put that chrome on and just have it shine. And as you know, with chrome, if you have anything on the nail, any bumps, lumps, anything like that, fuzzies like I just had, let me tell you, it will show up times 10. Okay, I'm going to cure this 15 seconds. Okay, and this is just a chrome powder that I think you can find these on Amazon, Shein. I mean, everybody has them. You can find them just about anywhere. I looked at the bottom, there's no name on it, and it is almost empty. Well, that's not good. Oh man. And I'm just doing the clear tips. So this would look good with probably a pink or a purple underneath. Blue. Again, it's your decision, whatever color you want. I love butterfly nails. Whoops. So I'm going to hopefully that is completely covered. All right. Okay, this is just a little dusting brush. I use this just for Jessica. We can't use this in our state. They have to be nylon brushes. So this is Jessica's. Okay. And then I'll show you how I clean them off after we get finished. So these, they don't have a tacky feeling to them or anything, but they've only cured for 15 seconds, so they need a full cure. And I'm not going to put another top coat on those. These fuzzies are going to be the death of me. All right, so now I'm going to cure these all for 60 seconds, and then we'll clean them off. Okay, so those are cured, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to take a lint-free wipe. I'm going to soak that in my alcohol, and then I'm going to come back and I just clean around the cuticles just to get the excess chrome off. Okay, and then I put cuticle oil on when I'm finished. So, there you have it. Just a fun little butterfly set that I think, I mean, I like it. I think it's elegant. It goes with everything. Just simple, something fun. So if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and I will be back again shortly with another one. Cheers.